Good morning, Gems. Happy Monday. Today I want to talk to you about leading from the front. If you were at Super Saturday in Los Angeles, the jewels that were in attendance were asked to come up on stage at the very end and share a little bit of a business tip or kind of their takeaways or whatever. I was a little bit unprepared. I was rushing to get there and I felt like I didn't quite say what I wanted to say when I was on stage, but I did mention that my biggest business tip was leading from the front. And I've talked about this before on previous Motivation Monday videos, and I've talked about it with some of my leaders. So I just want to touch base on this again. So leading from the front, it is so important. This is a concept that has really, I think we're all kind of taught some way or another that we need to set the example for something. If you had a younger sibling, I know I tell my oldest all the time that you're setting the example for your brother. He's going to follow exactly what you do. He does everything. So I think we've all kind of heard this concept at some point in our lives, but it is really, for those of you that don't know, I work for the Marine Corps. And so in the last almost 2 years, I've really gotten to see how this lead from the front, that's a term that comes from the Marine Corps. They just harp on leading from the front like crazy. Their top leader is, I mean, it'd be frowned upon if he wasn't out in the field with the guys on the front line, you know, doing all the physical stuff that the grunts are doing. So leading from the front is so important, and I've gotten to see how it can be really effective if a leader truly does lead from the front, and how it can be detrimental if they don't. So I've really tried to put that into action with my business, and that's why I really push it for our leaders. And you're a leader from day one. If you want to be a leader, and it all starts with you. You have to lead yourself. You have to set the example for yourself, and you have to do what you're going to expect your future team to do. If you have one person on your team, do what you expect them to do. If you and I'm talking about everything. So here's kind of my rundown of what I mean by leading from the front. You need to be working on personal development above all else. You should be developing yourself, looking at yourself critically, and seeing where you can improve. I'm talking about attending events. You need to be at events. Corporate events, by far, yes, you have to be make every effort to be at every single corporate event you possibly can, because those are mind-blowing and amazing. And I'm also talking about local opportunity meetings that we put on for our team. If you're not in the area, find opportunity meetings. If you don't have opportunity meetings in your area, or if you don't really like the ones that you've been to, do them yourself. So whatever you do is what your team is going to do. If you are going out and being bold and sharing one-on-one with people, if you're handing out your business card to people that you meet, if you're going to networking events and meetings and expanding your network, the way that you post on Facebook, all of these things are leading from the front. It's all going to be what your team duplicates. What your team sees you do is what they will be doing. If you are not consistent with taking your products, if you are negative, if you post your Facebook, if your Facebook posts are like advertisements instead of genuinely organically sharing your story, that's how your team is going to post, and it's not going to be effective. So leading from the front is so important. So I want you to really take a harsh look at yourself. What are you doing? What are you not doing? What could you be doing better? And just expect the most from yourself. Expect more from yourself than you do from anyone else, because when you hold yourself to the highest standard, your team will follow suit. They will strive to reach the level that you are reaching for. Okay? So I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Go Plexus.